Most often, when you think about music from Louisiana, this is what comes to mind.
I'm a rebel, rebel in the morning, so rebel, night and day.
Zydeco is a distinct component to Louisiana's culture, but Louisiana's unique music history doesn't stop there. Louisiana's hip-hop scene has always been one of the most distinctive, from the chant-heavy, repetitive bounce that ruled in the 90s to its more deeper and lyrical form. Here in Lafayette, events like Hip Hop in the Flats honors the golden age of hip-hop with an artist showcase and breakdancers. Local hip-hop artist David Abshire considers Louisiana's hip-hop today too scattered.
I think that the hip-hop culture in Louisiana is a little bit fragmented. Unless you're in a larger city, there's not a lot of outlets for people to perform. That kind of extends into why we do hip-hop in the Flats in the first place, because there just isn't that ability to. Most people in Lafayette don't think hip-hop, but it's sprinkled through the town. It's everywhere. It's in the town. It's just people don't come together and support the live music, you know? I mean, that's kind of how the state is in general. If you go to Shreveport, it's that way. If you go to Baton Rouge, the people are being so cutthroat to each other instead of helping each other out that until recently, until Marcel and them started building up around the same time, you know, like halfway through us doing Hip Hop in the Flats, Marcel and Donnie and Luke and all of them, and that movement came out. When that started building up, that was something that was, that's when it started actually growing in Baton Rouge, and it's starting to sustain itself.
New Orleans remains the center of hip-hop in Louisiana, producing the genre's biggest stars and most unheralded talents. Abshire adds he believes that Louisiana doesn't get the credit it deserves.
I don't think they give it its credit.
Yeah.
I think that, and I know that all music started here. Look at jazz, look at blues, look at rock and roll. The artists started here in the South, and especially Louisiana. We're a cradle of everything. You'll find the most interesting and the dopest and most talented artists, and people think that because it's here, it's not good enough because it's not New York or it's not California, when this is where it all started. So if you're not going to back this, what are you backing? You know, like, that's really break it down. Like, dance, everything came to Louisiana. Like, everything.
Hip Hop in the Flats started in 2009. This year marks the event's 3-year span, including special events during Festival d'International. Abshire states, for Lafayette's hip-hop culture to reach its full potential, local fans should step out of their comfort zones and support.
They need to break out. That's really the answer. They need to break out of their own shell, get comfortable with themselves. If they like hip-hop, come to the event. Because if you don't support the art, it dies. Like, that's it. That's the end of the story. People that did the flyer, man, if he's an artist, but he has a real job because, and I say a real job, but he has another job because the art doesn't support itself unless people support it. So, I mean, that's really what it is. You need to just support the local. I don't even have to dumb that down. That is what it is, you know, like, support local.
Why do you think people are afraid to, like, support locals? Like, what do you think difference of local artists from what they hear on the radio?
I think that I think people make them feel as if it doesn't sound a specific way, then they're not cool. I think it's with everything. It doesn't have to be just the hip hop. It transcends into all art. It transcends into the community. It's in everyday life. If people aren't thinking it's cool, people don't want to follow that. There's a lot more followers than there are leaders, and honestly, that's just the truth of the matter. It's not like I don't know. I wish there were more people that were a little braver. Thank you, Corey.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for that flesh painting in my face.